Hi, it's Nurse Sandy. Welcome back to Stop Stress This Minute series. We are in week 8 and we're going to discuss chapter 7 today. And chapter 7's title is Stress is a Word That Stands for Problems. Sounds a little negative, doesn't it? But it's not. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to share with you something just from personal experience. So as you know, I work for Bellin, and I've taught this class a couple different times in a lecture format with a call-in option. So I see some people and other people I never get to see. Some of the evaluations that we got post-program was they wish they would have had more time to discuss. They would have enjoyed having other people's input, other people's experiences. So I want you all to know this is really, truly what we have defined as being the best way to take on this class. Because if you can share those positives, share your stop stress moment this week, share your takeaway and what you're going to take from this, I think that is so powerful. And it certainly is better than me standing up here and talking to you for 30 minutes. So use your time wisely. I'm here to introduce the weeks to you, but the class content is going to be much, much more absorbed from all of you sharing. So good job and keep up the great work. So here's chapter 7, problems. Is stress really problems? You know, sometimes we generalize, and I think this is the takeaway for me is, I call everything stress. I'm so stressed. It's a stressful day. My mother-in-law is stressful. Don't tell her that, please. But you know what I mean, don't you? We use stress so blanketly. It's like a blanket statement. But really, I think the way we can solve it is to take it into a format of calling it a problem. Because then we can solve it. We know how to do problem solving. Many of us in our workplace have done this for years. One of the things I've done a lot is the PDSA, you know, plan, do, study, act. That's a problem solving type of plan. But the book labels it a little bit differently. They want us to identify it first. So your stressor, identify it, call it out. What is it, right? Page 138 in your book, please do these workbooks. This stuff is phenomenal, and it really takes you into the reality of you. There's a stress journal there, so track it. Track your stress and look for themes. When I started journaling, like I told you about a few weeks ago, the theme piece really became really apparent to me that the things that I was journaling were definitely themes that I could work on. But here's your problem. It's a more empowered approach to do it this way. It really is. Identify it, then analyze it. There's 5 different stressors that they talk about in the book, and if you guys could go around circle and talk about them, that would be great. Here's my 2 on the top 2 list of the 5. Secondhand stress. I take on everybody else's stuff. Why do I do that, right? It just fills my backpack of stress fuller than maybe it should be. And then the second stressor that I thought about was anticipatory. I'm anticipating stress before it even happens, and that adds to your problem. So let's identify it, analyze it, and then solve it. Look to see what you can do to solve those problems. And the last 2 are put the plan into action. You got to come up with an action plan, right? And then stay with the plan. Maintenance, transformation. We talked about that last week, didn't we? So good luck with trying to take your stress, call them a problem, and solve it. Have a great week.